I'd like to start this video by thanking my 4 subscribers and my alternate account for subscribing, and also wish everyone watching, i.e. the 3 people that will ever watch this video, a happy Christmas. So, very happy Christmas for me, because, as you can see, I have achieved a very nice locomotive by, I'd say, anyone's standards, and certainly mine. So here's a review, because I'm very happy with it, and I thought I'd like to share it with everyone. Also, nobody out here does good Lode Star reviews. I've watched like 5, all of them aren't that good, so I'm going to provide a good one with all the information that I think everyone who gets this loco should know, and all the information which I wanted to know but couldn't find out. So, without further ado, here it goes. So, I got this from Amazon, and it did come in relatively good condition, and I think this might be my fault because I did drop it while it was in the box, but when I got it out the box, one of the cab steps had fallen off. It was very easy to put back into place, but that's a small quality issue, at least from the Amazon version of this. That is always good to know about when you're buying, especially a brand new locomotive for £150. So, yeah, that's useful. Apart from that, everything else appears to be in perfect condition, no faults or anything that I can see. So, apart from that cab step, very good quality. Yeah, and very good delivery time as well. But that's Amazon, everyone knows they have good delivery time. In terms of unboxing, it's a very bog standard Hornby box, except for the Railway Museum white and red striped packaging. It's very nice. It's basically the exact same thing as normal Hornby things, except with a sort of fancy coloured sleeve on the outside. So if you know your Hornby boxes, nothing to report. But for the uninformed people that don't know what a Hornby box is like nowadays, you got your cardboard sleeve. If I could slip out the box once, that would be great. Comes out like this. It's in a packet like that. I've already had mine out, as you can probably tell by the various fingerprints and the fact that I've already fitted some of the details. Basically everything except the cylinder drain cocks. It's very badly, actually very well hidden by whatever's in the packet. So, yeah. And then you simply slide it out like that. Those are the instructions. The instructions basically waffle about pretty much how to maintain it, what to do, what not to do, troubleshooting for bad running, DCC decoders basically. It doesn't give you a spare parts list. So if you want spare parts, I think Hornby have all of them on their spare parts list, so if you just look up like Hornby spare parts, you should be able to find all of them. All the various things that you want. Details pack from here, which I've already fitted there somewhere. There it is. That included both vacuum pipes, neither were fitted, cylinder drain cocks, spare coupling for the front, brake rigging, basically. All nice and easy, no lamps or figures or anything. Nothing fancy, just the basic stuff to get it going. So, yeah, pretty good there, although it would have been nice to have a parts list in case anything else is faulty, like the cab steps. Here's a little look at the instructions. Very good diagrams. Somewhere it said it had axle bearings. I don't know how true that is, but I'll have a look eventually when I finally get around to servicing it. So now I've got it out of the box. Let's have a look at some of the details. So it's got a bunch of riveting, got a print there for number 403. The smoke box dart is separately fitted. I mean, that's pretty standard nowadays. All the lamp brackets appear to be, lamp rods? Yeah, lamp rods. Appears to be fitted. It's got sprung buffers. They spring really easily, unlike my Grange, which you need to have like a full 8-coach train coupled up to it to have those not just push everything. I think it's the axles have been painted, so that's nice. That's not present on my Grange. There's loads of lining everywhere. You can see on the running plate, which is plastic, but it doesn't particularly matter because it seems to weigh a ton anyway. So plastic there, lots of lining, which is nice. Plastic piping detail. Got to separately fit the cylinder drain cocks, but there's a nice, I'm not sure what that is, probably a steam pipe, but correct me if I'm wrong. They're all separately fitted. Nice separately fitted handrails, plastic whistle, not too happy about that. Cab's got glazing in it. The rails here, handrails here, are moulded, which I know a lot of people aren't happy about. I don't care that much, but it just would have been nice considering it's on my, like, 1970s panny tank. In terms of the connecting rods as well, it's all nicely finished with a bit of, like, oily finish to it. It looks very good, very realistic. They're not bent, unlike on my Grange. Didn't need any repairing, unlike on my Grange, so that's all nice. It's got this, I can't remember what it's called, so please let me know. But that's very stiff in the upright position, which isn't the best. They're permanently connected, which is annoying, but I can see the reasoning. The tender's got buffers as well, so that's nice, but nothing new, as it's also on my Grange. Full brake rigging also, which is very easy to put on. All very realistic. Apparently it's got a, let's just lift this up. You can see it's got a water scoop, or water troughs if anybody fits those ever. Nice Great Western roundel there, with the fully lined tender. Nice, my camera for not focusing. The coal load, I think, is removable. I'm assuming it is, because it is on my other one. Me Grange, it's fine on that. I'm going on about me Grange here, aren't I? Weird. That's all the detail there is moulded, except for the lamp iron there. Yeah, it's a lamp iron, that's what it's called. I'm an idiot. These are also fully sprung, very good. Obvious, and the coupling hooks are there. And it's also got a printed builder's plate, not printed, not separately fitted. Same with the number plates here, that's also a print. No etched pieces provided either. So that's unfortunate, but understandable. This, I'm not sure about this. I think it's separately fitted, but it's actually got some depth to it, so it's not just a print. So that's nice. I think it might be metal. So, unfortunately, the safety valves in the thing here are not. They're just a moulded effect, unlike on my Grange, which I'm going on about. But that's got nice pipes in there, and that's from a decade earlier. So, unfortunately, I couldn't have it on this more expensive one, but it still looks good, so I'm not going to complain too much. Let's have a look at the cab. Very difficult to get a shot, something awful lighting. But it's got a separately fitted regulator and a firebox door handle. Everything else is just painted, including, I'm not sure what that is. I think it's something to do with the reversing, I don't know. But that's also separately fitted and painted as well, so it's a very nice cab, which is to be expected for a very open cab. It looks good. Overall, it's got a pretty decent finish for a Hornby loco. There's not really any seam lines either, so that's nice. And everything is fit together really well, no glue that I could see. Anyway, so that's also really nice. It couples up to other stock really well. I've already tested it and run it in. I did that yesterday. And I'll get a couple of running shots of it. It does run well. It crawls decently. It's not the best crawler. I think it might be the best one I've got. But it does crawl. And it doesn't derail on shoddy set track either. So that's nice. Very reliable. And it's managed to pull the pretty measly 2 vans and 2 coaches that I've asked it to pull so far. So that's very good. It seems to be a good performer so far. No real issues or anything like that. It's a lot better forwards, and it also runs very quickly. I think I've covered everything that other reviewers haven't managed to cover. Oh, valve gear. It's got valve gear detail in between the frames. It's there. Some people complain about the screw, but I haven't actually found it yet. So, yeah. And also it's got sanding pipes somewhere. I think they're around there somewhere. There. Yeah, also disassembly I think is by screws, so no crappy clips or anything. I think that's everything. Yeah. So I've got it down onto the temporary set track, test track, before I do a more permanent layout, which is most definitely in the works. Got some track, some more track, some cork wiring, etc. So that's in the works, but I've got it down on the track. This is just a basic, like, sort of 1990s setup. It's got quite an old controller. I'm sure it would perform better on something like the Gauge Master Combi, or perhaps one of the more recent Hornby controllers. I'll make it clear, this does not run well light engine. This is definitely a train that runs, well, a train. This is definitely a locomotive that runs nicely when with a decent load behind it. It's not very good at the sort of the low medium speeds when running light, which I'll put a video up after this clip. But I'm just gonna turn up the power. This is with 5 plastic wheel coaches, decently heavy stuff. Not the heaviest train I'm going to ask it to pull, but I'd say it's adequate for this review. It's certainly adequate for this test track. Scale length for this sort of thing in this sort of condition will be 8 coaches. So, and it's handling 5 fine at the moment, but I'll show you that now. As you can see, it starts pretty decently. At the very low end, just above a crawl, it doesn't perform particularly well. But again, it's a high-speed locomotive. Really, all it's going to be doing is crawling to run around a train, or going at medium to high speed on the line. So I think the speed that it doesn't perform too well at doesn't matter very much, but it's just worth noting if you want perfection for the price, which is very reasonable. I certainly want perfection, and obviously you can't have it, but it would be nice if you could get close to it. And I'd definitely say this is pretty close to it in terms of 460s. Obviously there's better. This is definitely not the best, but it's definitely up there. You can see it's very smooth. There was 0 wheel slip with this pretty tiny train, so I don't think it'll have a problem with any other trains that you ask it to pull. I'd say anything past 14 is unreasonable, but yeah, sorry for the bad lighting as well. Yeah, at this speed it's perfect, basically. It's not stalling on the crappy Hornby points, so I'm pretty confident it won't stall on anything else you throw at it, as is to be expected with 12 pickups. So I'll get you that light engine footage, I think. So here's that light engine footage. First I'll run it light in reverse. This is after running in with the general recommended half an hour in both directions. As you can see, it's perfectly fine at pretty much any reverse speed that you would expect to run it at. And then forward is where it doesn't enjoy life. As you can see, it's being a lot smoother for the camera, just like most of my stock. Oh, there's the slightly rubbish running. You can see the tender like bouncing. Yeah, it's that speed that it doesn't like. So as long as that isn't your favourite speed, I'm pretty sure you should be fine with this loco. Yeah, not very good light, but it's not really a light engine shunting type of thing, let's be honest. So my final thoughts on this locomotive: it is pretty good. It's decent value if you get it from Amazon or Hornby.com. Do not get it from eBay. £200 is not a price that anyone should be paying for this. Maybe an O gauge. This is double O gauge, and £200 is definitely too much. But 150 is, in the current market, I'd say it's a good price for this. It's not the best price. I'd say 120 would be reasonable. Well, 120 would be probably the best price for this, but 150 is definitely reasonable for it. Yeah, it's powerful, it's smooth on a decent train. It's fast, which is exactly what it's supposed to do. It's a bit too fast, I'd say. And the tender removal is very problematic. Definitely watch out for the handles at the front of the tender on the sides, because they're attached to both the chassis and the body, which is weird. But when you're taking off the tender body to DCC fit it or whatever, that they will break off. They broke off on mine, but I just put them back. But yeah, they're very weird and annoying. I haven't actually removed the body of the base keeper plate of the actual locomotive, but it just sounds like the rest of them. Vague, like geary sound that sounds like it's derailed, but it isn't. You should be able to hear it, honestly. The plastic wheels aren't too loud. So yeah, also the finish is very good on it. There's no visible plastic seam lines anywhere, so that's very good. And everything like the lining and decoration was in place. So I think that's everything the review should cover. Value, yep, covered the detail, covered the issues. Yeah, that's and the running. So overall, it's very good. I'm very pleased with it. Great Christmas present. It'll definitely be very, very nice on me full Cornish Riviera train. I'm not running all of it because of the size restrictions of the layout, but it'll look very, very nice. I can finally put the Grange onto a different train. So it's definitely worth what I paid, or rather than unpaid. This is a Christmas present, but it's good value. I was gonna buy it myself anyway, so it's definitely good value. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you like the Great Western Railway, then this is definitely the channel for you. If you're like some people and despise steam and Western Region steam and Great Western steam, then message me on Reddit so I can block you. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was very helpful and a good review to help make buying decisions, because that's what reviews are for. Yeah. Thanks for watching again, and I will probably see you in a running session. Probably featuring this, and maybe featuring a 5700 panny tank that I've also acquired once I get a blanking plate for it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see See you in the next video. Bye.